Well, as we enter eastern Poland and we're on our way to Ukraine itself, we've come across several Indian students finally on their way out. Many of these students have been greatly distressed over the last couple of days. They join us now to tell us about their experiences. What's your name?
My name is Arpit Rai.
And Arpit, where have you been trying to come from?
Actually, I'm from Ternopil, but I was stuck in Kiev.
So you've gotten out of Kiev?
Yes.
When?
I guess on 24th.
On the
No, I was stuck there. I got out from Kiev at 27th of Feb.
All right. How difficult was it to come over here?
Actually, it was quite difficult because we had the booking in the train, but the train didn't departed, and then the blackout. There was a whole blackout, and there was firing over the railway station.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Dheeraj and I am in 5th year from Ternopil.
What are you studying over there?
Medicine.
How difficult was it to get over here?
It was very difficult since I was there at Medica border from 6 days.
Right.
But that border is just accepting the women's first, and they were already beating the Indian men's every time. And some of our students, like Indian students, 70 to 80 students, were like blackout. They were like unconscious for 9 to 10 hours. They were like sleeping.
Which border was this?
Medica border.
How far is that from here? How did you get from Medica to this place?
From Medica we went back. We walked for 30 kilometers back. We walked and then we booked a taxi and we went to Budomiris border because in Medica we were unable to pass. They were not allowing us to go. And after that we just passed by the Budomiris with the help of embassy.
Right. And can I ask you a question if that's okay? What is your name?
My name is Tisha.
And you must be relieved to be going home.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The last few days must have been very frightening for you.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about it?
I passed Ukraine from Meduka border as I was with him only.
Where were you studying?
At Ternopil National University.
Right. And did you see a lot of the fighting or hear it or?
Yes. One night I spent in bunker, and the next day we decided to leave for border to cross Ukraine. Then I spent 3 nights and 2 days at the border. After facing a lot of trouble, as he said, women were allowed to pass, so they let us pass the border. Eventually we crossed the border and entered into Poland, and then there was an NGO who helped us, and then we came here, and Indian Embassy also helped us a lot. Yeah.
Would one of you like to also speak? Hi, what is your name?
I am Pragati.
Pragati, where were you studying? Where have you come from?
So I'm studying in Ternopil National Medical University, and
How difficult was it in the last few days?
So sir, it was extremely difficult because we have to cross the border by our feet, and also there were queues for 30 to 35 kilometers, so we have to walk all that distance by our feet, and in extremely cold situation. The temperature was around maybe -4, -5, and there were no shelters, no food, nothing. We just had to travel, and we have to keep all our documents with us, with our laptops, because these are important things. We can't leave our books behind. And these things are heavy, right? And also while we reached on borders, there were a lot of Ukrainian guards which were not allowing us to escape. You already know that story. There are a lot of news about it.
But the embassy did finally come through for you. They brought you here. When did that happen?
Sir, actually, yeah, they helped, but they were not there when we actually needed them. At the borders, they were not available. They came after we crossed the border, but we needed them before the border thing.
So you crossed into Ukraine?
We came to Poland, and then embassy was there.
You crossed over into Poland, and that's when they put you onto buses and brought you here.
Yeah, but we actually needed them while crossing the border because we were beaten. A lot of our friends, they were not allowed to cross the borders. They were not allowing any of the boy to cross the border, and that was the time when we needed the embassy actually.
Right. Are you relieved now to be going home to your parents? You're safer. Anybody else wants to say something? Over here, come. Will you come forward for a second? Just one or two of you. Just how relieved are you now to be going home?
Now I'm relieved, but it's I'm alive, that's why I'm relieved.
How close was it? How bad was it?
We come here from Kharkiv,
Yeah. When did you get here from Kharkiv?
Today morning. I just crossed the border.
Kharkiv was the worst affected place.
Worst.
How did you reach from Kharkiv to here?
Yes, we came from Kharkiv. It was really hard. We walked first 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers from the metro station to the Vokzal because we wasn't having taxi. Then after we came to the Vokzal, we hardly managed to get inside the platform. We got beaten up by the police officers, by the militants. They were allowing Ukrainian on the priority basis. Then after on the country priority basis, for example, of different good countries, they wasn't allowing any Indians. I'm telling on. And then after they allowed some girls, and then after they asked for the bribe. They ask for the $200 if you want to get a ticket on the
For each person.
for each person.
Crazy. Right.
And then after we said like at night we stayed on the platform. They said if you want to stay here, you also need to pay. And they were so drunk. They misbehaved. We hardly managed because I said like, okay, let us stay. In morning we'll go home. If
Kharkiv is actually the worst. As you know, today the government of India has said get out of there because they were given a few hours.
Why
The
the
people
government
were told
didn't said this thing before?
Before, sir.
They could have given the advisory as the US government have given it. Like just
like
leave the
other
place.
every countries,
What
other
was the
countries.
point- What was the point of?
So you feel that the advisory came late?
Very late.
Very late,
It's
several
too
days late. All right, look, all of you are now very fortunate to be over here. It's warm over here. You're going. Is this an Indian Air Force plane you're going back on? It's that we on a C-17. I saw it back over there. No, you were saying that one child unfortunately died. He was shot in Kharkiv. Did you know him?
Yes,
I know
he's
him
our
personally. His
senior.
name is Naveen.
His name is Naveen. He's
You
from
knew him
Karnataka.
personally?
Yes, kind of. Sir, we all are in. Yes, sir.
Who knew Naveen over here?
We met. I don't know him personally, but I met him like in university, and I have known him like in person. And he died. Like I feel so bad. Maybe I would have been instead of him. Anyone could be instead of him. No one. There was no advisory given by any Indian government. No advisory given by any authority. We took step on ourselves. We decided to move from that place.
And how did you get here?
I have explained you. We walked to the metro. We hardly came to the platform. I
And
stood
how
up.
long was the drive or the train from
18 hours.
Kharkiv?
18
hours. I can even show
And you
my
know,
legs.
in
You can
train,
see
you
the swelling.
can't
You can
even
see
move
the-
on a
you
single
can see the
from a
swelling.
single place to other
I
place.
have the swelling on my legs still.
Okay, all right. So as you can see, several voices of Indian students, they're all relieved to be going home. But their point is the last couple of days have been absolute hell for them. That they're lucky to be here with their lives. Hopefully this ordeal is now over for them. They get back to the safety of their homes. But for many more Indian students who are still stuck in Ukraine, this remains a real crisis. Vishnu Shom for NDTV.